You are being watched right now. You do not know it yet, but somewhere in your brain, a system older than thought itself is already running the calculation. It is scanning. It is measuring something in the air that has no name in modern language, but has kept your ancestors alive for hundreds of thousands of years. That feeling on the back of your neck, that sudden pull to turn around, that certainty arriving from nowhere that a pair of eyes has found you, you have felt this your entire life. You have probably dismissed it as imagination, but the real answer is far stranger, because your body is not guessing. It is remembering. The sensation of being watched is so universal, so consistent across every culture ever studied, that researchers gave it a name, gaze detection, and it is not a quirk of psychology or a trick of anxiety. It is a biological system, ancient and precise, built into the architecture of your brain far below conscious thought. Neuroscientist Colin Clifford at the University of Sydney found that your brain does not wait for you to consciously notice someone looking at you. It detects gaze automatically, before awareness, before language. A region called the superior temporal sulcus fires in response to eyes directed at you in a way it simply does not fire for eyes directed elsewhere. This is not attention. This is a dedicated neural circuit whose entire purpose is to know when you are being looked at. Evolution does not build specialized systems for things that do not matter. It builds them for things that have meant the difference between survival and death. So what was watching you? Go back far enough and the answer is obvious. Predators. In the environment where your nervous system was shaped, being watched meant one of two things: another human who might be a threat, or something that wanted to eat you. The animals that felt watched and ignored it did not survive long enough to pass that indifference on. You are descended from the ones who turned around. This is why the feeling arrives before thought. Conscious processing takes time you did not have when a leopard was tracking you from a tree line. So your brain built a shortcut, a system that bypasses deliberation entirely and delivers the signal directly to your body. Heart rate up, skin alert, eyes pulled toward the threat before you have decided to look. But here is the part that changes everything. This system does not only detect threats, it detects significance, because in the social world your ancestors lived in, being watched by another human was never neutral. It meant you were being evaluated. Your status, your safety, your belonging in the group, all of it was suddenly in play. This is why being watched changes how you perform, why you stand differently when you know eyes are on you, why your handwriting changes when someone leans over your shoulder. Researcher Nicholas Gutkin at the University of South Brittany demonstrated that people behave more generously and more honestly when they believe they are being observed, even when the observer is just a photograph of eyes on a wall, not a person, not a camera, just the image of eyes. Your ancient gaze detection system cannot tell the difference. It responds to the signal, not the source. Research from the University of Newcastle found that offices displaying a printed image of eyes near an honesty box collected significantly more money than those without. The eyes were not real, not even particularly realistic, but the gaze detection system in every person who walked past responded anyway. Some ancient part of the brain said, "Someone is watching, behave accordingly." You carry this everywhere, because for almost all of human history you were not alone. You lived in small groups watched constantly, by allies checking your loyalty, rivals measuring your strength, elders monitoring your behavior. The experience of genuine solitude was vanishingly rare and often dangerous. To be alone was to be exposed. To be seen was to be safe. Your body has not updated this equation. This is why a single pair of eyes across a room can feel like a physical touch. Why you catch someone looking at you from 30 feet away through peripheral vision that should not be precise enough to detect it. Your gaze detection system is always running, always scanning, always ready to deliver the message that kept your ancestors alive in the moment before thought could form. The next time you feel it, that pull at the back of your neck, that certainty before you turn, do not dismiss it as imagination. Your body knew someone was watching you long before your mind did. It always has.